Checkity check. All right. Da, da, da. Doesn't look like it's focusing. Four people on. Well, I gotta fix the camera. There we go. Now we're all focused up now. It probably is 480p. I don't know how to change that. Everybody says that every time. Clay. Pocket check. Which blade you packing, Randy man? This one. But I got this one back. Uh-oh. Yeah. I got this one back from the airport because I sent it back to myself. I never thought I'd see this one again. It's all gummed up, though. I just got it back today. Bum, bum, bum. Hello, hello, hello. Looks great. Jake says it looks great. Thank you, Jake from State Farm. That knife is stable. I almost stabbed the computer. It's a good thing I missed that. Hey, Tony. Tulsa Tony, what's going on with you, buddy? Frederick, 1985. 1985. It's a song. You can't see it, but like right here are the Q acoustics. I feel like they're too close. Aloha, Dr. Eric DH 94 127. And are ever in Toronto? I thought your borders were shut down, my friend. Also, thoughts on President's Eris series. Mr. Taylor? I don't know what you're talking about. You have to send me a link, brother. On my email. Or something like that. Oh my goodness. It's so good. It's ice water. Dun, dun, 85. There we go. Hey, Tim. Good evening. Love the Q Acoustic 3030i. Thank you. They're right here. What amps did you run them on, and did you favor any of the pairings? So they're pretty neutral. I ran the Anthem Integrated 225, the Emotiva TA100, acting as a preamp into the A300. The only thing I didn't run on these was like Chinese Class D, like SMSL and topping. They like AB. They like neutral. The Anthem's a bit analytical, so they did good. Jake, my email is cheapaudioman@gmail.com. Hey, any good Bluetooth speaker recommended? I haven't spent hardly any time with Bluetooth. I had a pair of Ultimate Ears something boom. They're about the size of a softball. I got them for the kids, and you can pair them up in stereo. They sound all right. No. Focal Elysia headphones, $400 on Anorama. Oh, very cool. Saturday morning speaker shootout. I don't have anything ready. I think I'm going to be shooting a video tomorrow morning, so there's probably not going to be anything ready like tomorrow a.m. But I might put that video at noon-ish if I can get it done. I've been a little bit behind. There's some good stuff in the works for Saturday speaker shootout, though. What up, DDL? Hello from Texas, Iowa. A good friend John S. is in Iowa. caffeine withdrawal comes from water. Yeah. Tony, I've been so dehydrated, I didn't even know it. I was just drinking water. I'm like, man, I'm feeling really good. What am I doing different? I'm like, oh yeah, drinking water. Any tube preamp recommendation that I won't have to sell my kidney to finance? Well, Mr. Mail, I'm glad you asked. Hold on. I gotta go down here so it doesn't jump up on me. Where'd it go? Hold on. It's up here somewhere. Bum, 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 bum. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. 1985. All right, Mr. Mail. This is the Balari. There we go. It's a tube preamp with 4 inputs. It's got a little single tube. It is a ECC 83, made in the USA, I believe. Balari. They did not send this to me. My good friend Steve Zedman sent it to me. Yeah, it's $275, I think. That should only require you to sell, I don't know, your appendix. You should be able to get $275 for your appendix. You don't need it anyway. What up, Celtic, JW Celtic from Sweden. My Scandinavian friends. My wife's she's not Scandinavian. Her ancestors were from Scandinavia. Up there. I like Scandinavians. So is Ron going to move to Texas? I don't know. You have to ask Ronald. He's all over the place. Have you tested any SVS or Emotiva with wireless connections? I have not. I have in the past, though, ran wireless subwoofer connections. I mean, that technology has been around for a pretty long time. It works fine unless you have like a whole bunch of interference going on. Jim Wright. Hello. Philadelphia. City of brotherly love. Felipe. Hey. You gonna get / try out 2-channel amp from Emotiva? Review it so I know if I should trade in my Emotiva A150. I'd love to. They're on me. I gotta do a speaker review for them tomorrow though. Hey, Cheap Audio Man, do you do subwoofer reviews? Well, I sure do. SVS SB 1000 Pro, the Emotiva SE8, and I even have a real bad tutorial about how to hook up a subwoofer to anything. Blue Patch. Hello, Karate Man. How tubey is that tube? I gotta spend some more time with that El Deuterino. Hey, you seem familiar, El Deuterino. You're my veteran friend. It depends, right? Because I've heard tubes that are like, I think the stereotypical like tube sound is like warm, full in the mids and stuff. But I've heard tubes that are super, almost, I would say bright, but very detail centric. So I don't know. I got to spend more time with it. I've tried it briefly, but I need to get my speakers squared away and then my amp squared away and then reset my brain so I know what it sounds like and then put it in the chain. Are you familiar with RSL? Yes, I have heard of them. I have their setup at home with a wireless subwoofer connection, which they call a speedwoofer. I think I've heard of this speedwoofer. I think they're a great company. Hey, what do you think of the new KLH Model 5? I think they look awesome. I haven't heard them personally, but I know Sean over at Zero Fidelity did a review on them. Mr. Robinson over at the Andrew Robinson did a review on them. By all accounts, they are awesome and they look awesome because they remind me of my childhood. And they remind me of the speakers I couldn't afford when I was a kid. And now they're speakers that I can't afford as an adult. That makes sense. Ooh, Rock City got his Polk R200s. Ooh. Oh, Matt. dropping the $50 in here, just like Kool-Aid man on his way in here, and just saying, "Hello, thank you, Mr. Callis, Matt. Thank you, Matt. That's awesome. $25 is going to go to Homes for Our Troops. All the super chats, 50% of them going to Homes for Our Troops. Hey, B-Rock, good to see you. Top of the evening to you. I got all distracted by Matt dropping in a whole bunch of money, and so I got to go back up. Okay, I think we're cutting up. Have you gotten your hands on the Klipsch SPL 150? I have not. Klipsch does not send me anything. So all the Klipsch reviews I either beg, borrow, or steal, or buy. Buy, beg, borrow, or steal. RSL makes great sounding products. Awesome. Can you make a dedicated video regarding connecting amp to AV receivers? A lot of people want to learn this stuff. Well, the easiest way is if you actually have to have a RCA preamp out of your receiver. If you don't, it's going to be difficult to connect a power amp. You could use a line level to RCA, but there's all sorts of problems that could run with that. They've been doing that in car audio for a long time, but it's going to be wonky, especially if you're keeping like a bunch of other channels going off your receiver and then trying to run line level out of like your front channels or something. It's going to be a nightmare for levels. Best phono preamp under $300. Trying to think. I had one. It was, I think it was an outfit out of like Romania or something. What is the name? Somebody pop in here. It's not Riga. Maybe it is Riga. Hold on. I got it off of Amazon. Let's see. It was $200. $200 phono preamp. See what comes up. No. I don't know. Oh, somebody else dropped some money in here. Frederick Del Rosario. Oh, Frederic. Thank you. Hi, Randy. As an audio dealer and installer, I love all budget gears, especially the unicorns and white elephants. I just hope some budget enthusiasts stop bashing high-end audio because there really is something more in high-end audio. I completely agree, Mr. Del Rosario. Thank you for your super chat. $10 is going to Home for Our Troops. I get it. But you have to also understand that there are a lot of people that look down on people. And when people are saying $600 speaker is a entry level speaker, or $1,000 amp is entry level, or whenever anybody says mid tier or mid fi, I want to punch them in the face, because mid fi might be someone's end game. Low fi might be someone's end game. So I get it. We all need to get along, but we can't paint with broad strokes and say everything that's cheap is bad and everything that's expensive is good, because there's expensive stuff that's not very good. There's some cheap stuff that's not very good. And then there's some affordable stuff that's kind of okay. So to your point, there are unicorns. There's also unicorns in high-end audio as well. Not everything, just because they put a, 4-figure price tag on it, means it's awesome. But I appreciate you coming in and saying that. And I don't think if anybody's in here bashing on high-end audio. I think most of us would like to be able to, I don't know, spend some time with it. But overall, I think the vibe was coming from the other way. Like, personally, I got a lot of emails that were talking about how all my stuff is garbage. Everything I talk about is garbage, and they need to be I don't even remember the Magico or something speaker or something like that. So I get it. If we're all here for music, then we should all get along. Whatever you spend on stereo is what you spend on stereo. But for me personally, I want to highlight all the stuff that's affordable down here. And eventually, every now and again, I'm going to get some stuff that's more expensive. El Duderino dropping in $9.99. $5 of that's going to Homes for Our Troops. You guys have to hot. We didn't call it hot cot. We call it hot racking. I did not. I was almost going to have to, but I put a mattress in missile compartment third level in between two tool chests and put up a tarp. Actually, I was fine. I preferred it up there. Very quiet. No one snoring. Maybe a dumb question, but how big of an upgrade is the, I think your ELAC B6.2 over Edifier 1280? Yes, I am new. So, Sober Elvis, great name, by the way. I love that. You're two different things. So, the Edifier is a powered speaker. The ELAC B6.2 is a passive speaker, so you're going to have to get an amp. You can get an affordable amp from places like Fozzy Audio, SMSL, Topping. Sony has a nice 2-channel. Actually, the Sony 2-channel DH190 probably be a really good pairing with the ELAC WB 6.2. So you're going to see a big step up in things like soundstage in bass, because most edifiers don't make a lot of bass. You're going to see a big step up from that. They're going to play a lot louder. They're going to play a lot bigger, if that makes sense. Dude, Frederic Del Rosario. Golly, man. You sound like a diplomat from Latin America somewhere. Introducing Frederic de Rosario. He is the diplomat from Mexico City. And then, like, you go and shake hands with really important people in U.S. governments. Brian Cram dropping $4.99 in here. Awesome. Your DIY speaker video is great. Any more? Oh, Lord. Someone's just coming in here throwing his cereal all over everybody. Yeah. I know who it is. There he is. It's Ron from I got a new record today. It's Ron from I got a new record today. Look at me. I'm Ron. I got a new record today. Woo! If you're into 2-channel audio, welcome home. I'm Ron. I just ate at Fuddruckers. Everybody's mad at me now because I ate all the onion rings. Just kidding. Ooh, favorite speakers to listen to Metallica on right now. It's the CSS Audio Crichton 1TD. This is actually the 1TDX. It's a lot of fun. Okay, I got all excited because Ron came in here and I skipped a bunch of people. All right. The diplomat from Latin America agrees, and we appreciate everything. We're all in this for the music. So whether you're spending $100,000 or $100, it's all good. I've been rocking some 150 watt Yamaha component speakers in a very small room. Recently, I bought a Denon 110 watt times 7 channels. Should I upgrade front, left, and rights to towers? Any recommendations? Well, it depends on how big your room is. Personally, I like a good pair of bookies, as my friend Ron would say, a good pair of bookshelf speakers and a subwoofer. And then you can kind of tailor it to taste. That would be my recommendation. So something, in that Q Acoustics 3030i, SVS Prime, Wharfdale Diamond 12.2, Klipsch RP600M. There's a lot of them out there. Aperion Novus, if you're tight on space. What else? ELAC Unify UB52s. Oh, yeah. Oh, and if you're on a budget, the JBL Stage A130s. They're all fun. A lot of fun. They sound real good. All right. Favorite speakers. Okay, we went through that. Right now it's the CSS Crichton. Hey guys, SVS or Emotiva Sats for home theater? I don't know. Hey, there's Richard McCoy. Careful, Richard. Are we in a good mood tonight? Or are you gonna kick over some bookshelf speakers tonight in your sleep? It's every time I think of that, it makes me laugh, Mr. McCoy, because that's something I would do. Hey, John S., my boy. Dun, dun, dun. Getting emails. Brock's texting me. Everyone's texting me. Speaking of records, when do you suppose Cheap Audio Man will be venturing into the vinyl territory? Like as far as like reviewing a turntable, or as like making my own record? I could do like a cover of like Total Eclipse of the Heart, Bonnie Tyler. Turn around every time I get on it. And then like Brock could be a little bit closer. Turn right eyes. Every now and then I fall apart. And I need you now tonight. And I need you more than ever. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Ooh, David Kelly dropping in $5. Vandersteens. Any experience with the Vandersteens? No, but I think old Ronald knows about the old Vandersteens. Looking at the 1Cs running at NAD. You don't know? What kind of answer is that? Let's go back up. I don't like to say your name because I don't want to get in trouble. I listen, SVS does a great job. Emotiva, I don't know, like the satellites. Are you talking about the B1 Plus? Because B1 Plus might be a little bit overkill for rear speakers. Ooh, Phil Collins versus Peter Gabriel. I like them both. I like them. I need to. I need to listen to some. I've been listening to some Peter Gabriel. I need to listen to some good old fashioned, old school Genesis with Phil Collins at the helm. Mm-hmm. Let's review equipment, not sing. All right. What do you want me to review? How about the soldering iron? High quality soldering iron. It gets hot and it melts metal. The end. Highly recommended. SVO, it's all getting spicy in here. Oh boy. I'm going to call them Vandersteins. Uh-oh. When we be reviewing Q Acoustic 3030i? Well, Vinod Kumar, funny you ask, that video went up today about noon, my time. So it's out there. It's in the cosmos. It's becoming part of the zeitgeist as we speak. Oof, Peter Gabriel, hands down. Sledgehammer. Peter Gabriel. Sledgehammer's down. So funny. Phil Collins, drummer. To be fair, it's not really that hard to be a drummer. I can play the drums. Ooh, it's getting hot in here. I might have to turn on the AC. Get a little warm in here. Getting all excited. Does anybody know anything about tropical fish tanks? Like how to set one up and not kill all the fish when you first put them in there? Selling England by the pound. I like that. Phil Collins. Uh-oh. You can't play like Neil Peart, laugh out loud. Yeah, no one can play like Neil Peart. Except for Neil Peart. I'll tell you who really can't play like Neil Peart. It's a drummer from Def Leppard. Should give that guy a hand. $20, John. Dropping it in. Trying to turn on the AC. Whew. So hot in here. Got to put some salt in that water. Yeah, I heard that. Yes, place fish tank directly in the dumpster. Aw. It's not hard to be a drummer, but it's hard to be a really good drummer. That's true. I could say I'm a painter. Paint something. I'm a painter. Doesn't mean I'm a good painter. It's a good point. It's a good point. I don't know. I'm going to turn that one down. We're going to see if we get any air movement in here. You hang out with Danny from Gia? Yeah, I sure did. Anything blow your mind? Yeah, all this stuff's really good. Bangarang, did you get an octopus? No, but Bangarang, here's the funny thing. Like I talked about getting an octopus, and then like the wheels started turning. I'm like, it would be pretty cool to have an octopus in my office. And then I'm like, huh. So I got the YouTube up last night and I started looking into like tropical fish tanks. And then I had a meeting, and then after the meeting on the way back, I went into the tropical fish store. Apparently, it's harder to get a hold of an octopus than one would think. Yeah. I have a tropical tanks. My advice, get a cat. I like that. Like a bobcat or like a, I don't know, mountain lion. Yes, so I hung out with Danny. Everything's good over there. I really like the encores. His other stuff is great too. Yep, Mr. Tech 70. That's what I heard too. But it would be a fun year to be able to go and look at your octopus. I think that would be fun. Oh, hey, Leo. Leo's in here. All right. Uh, learn how the biological cycle goes in an aquarium. I've been in the hobby for about 35 years. Leo, do you enjoy it? Because here's the thing. I love looking at fish. Like when I've got music on, there's a thing on Apple TV that sometimes it just shows like fish. I really enjoy that. I like it. I think I'd like it in here. I could put it on top of the stereo cabinet, but if it leaked, we Houston, we'd have a problem. Yeah, big problem. Uh, will you be doing a shootout review of the CSS versus GR Research? I sure will. It's a process. It's a process though, because both offer multiple crossovers. Both, well, CSS offers multiple tweeters. So there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. The good news is they're both great. They're fantastic. And the good news is they're both the best speakers I've personally heard. Even if you like, okay, take it and then double the price, they're still the best speakers I've heard. Can I compare IOTA VX PA3 with ELAC unit? Yes, you can pair that. The IOTA VX PA3, a bit spicy on top. But yeah, I have some squid that's been in a freezer for a year. Yeah. Yeah. You know, that's what's funny is you can't get a live octopus or a live squid, but you can literally go down the street into any restaurant and get it. Go figure. I guess it's cheaper to kill them, eat them than it is to keep them alive. Marine tank with blue ring octopus. Yeah, they're real cute. I like those. You're looking for a fun YouTube channel. Gabriella K is a great acoustic. Ooh, a perfect Sultans of Swingers. Ooh, fun. You know, old Steve Gutenberg and I chit-chatted on the phone this morning. He got me hooked up with Chesky Records. So I'm going to be listening to some uncompressed audiophile yumminess after, and then I'll cleanse my palate with some Master Puppets. Maybe kill them all. Heck, maybe Saint Anger. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to be doing that night. Yes, that's the best fish tank. Just put up a TV with a fish tank display on. Maybe I'll do that. I've got a TV up there, and I don't know how you have it plugged into anything. Careful, stay awake. You'll be sleeping with the fishes. Ooh, I like that dad joke. Sorry, I sponsored you and got ignored. I'm from Sweden, no, so spelling not good. JW Celtic, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Do you have a question? Did I miss your question? I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I did. I'm getting all jazzed up and excited over here. Ooh, just bumped down. I love how I started looking in DIY speakers, and then your video about DIYers comes out of the same week. Yeah, I'm hooked up with the Facebook, and so we're listening at all times. I'm just kidding. I love DIY, and I bumped up my DIY a little bit into these, so it's been super a lot of fun. Did you keep the Polk R100s? They're up there. Will I be keeping them forever? Probably not, but they let me hold on to them for a while as long-term references. Literally the same day I googled DIY speakers. Well, these are two of the solid options. I know a Hi-Vi. It's like Swan. They have a bunch of good ones out there too. I haven't spent any time with them. And then I have the Classics 2 in the garage. Oh, that water's good. Kill them all, yes, please. Do you have any experience with fine audio speaker? I do not, unfortunately. How do the fish respond to the vibrations from the bass? I don't know. They're moving around anyway, right? You need to get the R200s. I'd love to. I asked Polk for them. They said, get in line. Cheap audio, dude. I said, screw you, cheap audio, man. Get in line. Coming Saturday, wink, wink. John Shepler is the best. Have you listened to the RB42s? I sure have. I have a video out there for the RB42s. I think that's the popular one, right? The $150 one that Zeos and everybody loves. Iowa Audio Review. What up? Have a handful of Chesky CDs. Some are quite impressive, but yeah, you'll need some STP or Soundgarden to wake you back up. Cool. Good to know. What headphones? These are the just Audio Technica, like A50. It's whatever one Zeos hates. I think they're fine. I've got some different earpads on them, and I use them because I can grab them right there. And the other ones have really long cables. This one has a short cable. Randy in chat, does anyone know when any new 2021 AV receivers come out? No, well, they can't keep any in stock to begin with. So receivers are big, like everything's backed up. So if you're in the market for a receiver, I'd see if you can like hold out for a few months until everything shakes out with supply chain. Okay. We got something really important about saltwater. Here we go. Trust me, saltwater aquarium chemistry is more complicated and finicky than organic chemistry. John, I was an organic chemist in the Navy, though, the nuclear Navy. I kind of like that. Got some salinity, and you got all sorts of fancy stuff, parts per millions. Also, hey, Corey Wilkerson. Corey Wilkerson fired me on Patreon, I think. I was looking at the ones that fired me. I think Corey Wilkerson was one of them. Sorry, Corey. I know I let you down, but I'm here to help you back up if we can. I'm just kidding. Sorry to call you off the carpet. I just literally, like today, I looked at deleted things and I was like, Corey Wilkerson, he's familiar. I wonder why he fired me. When do we get to meet wifey? Never. Buying the Numi BS5 because of your review. Cool. That's a good speaker. Chesky vinyl is superb. I went on their website today though, and it just looked like everything was downloads because I wanted like hard copy. I wanted the CDs. I didn't want them to have to send me the CDs, but I would prefer hard material media. Hard media. B&W 606 anniversary edition. I've kind of asked for those, and they're not interested in sending me those. So I've got a ton of other stuff here. So I would love to hear them though. Got me a pair of Sony SSCS5s per your recommendation. Very happy with it. Thank you, sir. Blue Patch. I'm glad, man. That's a great speaker. That's a fun speaker. That and the JBL Stage A130 are very, very awesome. Ooh, Richard McCoy. I'd do a badass DIY towers. Maybe that's what I'll look into the second system I'm building. Heck yeah. Kick it over. Maybe put like metal grills on there. So if you do kick it over, everything's still protected. Any current deals on great AV receivers? No, Brian. There is no deals on AV receivers because AV receivers are in short supply. No one can keep them in stock. And the ones that are in stock are not any. There's no deals on it. Probably the only deal you're going to get on AV receivers is a used one. JW Celtic, best phono preamp under 300. Okay. Yeah. Hold on. We were talking about that, and then I got distracted. Phono preamp. Let me see. No. Project. That's it. It's not the PhonoBox DC. It was a $200 project. Hold on. I'm going to tell you which one it is. It was awesome. I loved it. It sounded great. Project Phono preamp. The Project Phonobox S2. JW Celtic. Project Phonobox S2. It's a little bit weird. You got to do some dip switching on the bottom, but man, it sounded nice. I liked it. Brian G, go integrated amp unless you really want radio stations. Very good point. Actually, the TA100 has a tuner in it, if you're so inclined. But yeah, if you're just doing sorry, I got a text. If you're just doing 2-channel, yeah, get an integrated, man. Sorry, maybe I misunderstood the question. Is it blasphemous to consider adding a mid-range driver to my Advent Prodigy towers? No, they're your speakers. You can do whatever you want with them. Get like the Viking helmet with the horns. Stick those on the side of them. That's actually a really good idea. I should put horns on a speaker. Ah, Corey Wilkerson. Look at this. Nope, he didn't fire me. If anything, he rehired me at a higher wage. Corey, you're the best. Corey's the best. Wavecore kit woofer versus GR woofer. Any comments? Are you talking about like CSS woofer versus GR woofer? There's a big price difference here. Okay, I'll say that they take Lounge Mark. Dude, Ron's coming in here and he's telling me that I'm wrong. Lounge Mark 3. I can't read that. Mark 3 is the best moving man at phono around 300. Maybe listen to Ron. Ooh, Tom McCarthy, $5. Thank you. $2.50 going to Homes for Our Troops. All right. Wavecore kit woofer versus GR woofer. Okay, so they're different. So the CSS audio has a much heavier magnet. They're different philosophies, though. So you can't really just say which one is better. They're just different. They both do a great job. I will say the CSS or the Wavecore woofer moves more. It has more excursion. So if you like that, it goes deeper too. But it's also got a larger enclosure. There's all sorts of stuff going on here, okay? But if like dropping bombs is your thing, probably want to look at the Crichtons. Not saying that the GR Research aren't awesome and bassy. They're great. They're very balanced. They're awesome. If you want to shake the paint off your walls, maybe a Crichton. What's the difference between an AV receiver and integrated amp? With 2-channel, not much. One has a radio tuner. The other one doesn't sometimes. Home theater for movies and gaming. Emotiva won't work with my TV's optical out. Yeah, well, it's got an optical in. Yeah, you might have to reset the bit rate. It's got an optical out or PCM. I know it has an optical because I've used it all the time. You can just optical out of your TV into it. You don't need a receiver for that. Actually, the DAC and the Emotiva, I would argue, is probably better than most receivers at probably a significantly higher price. Q Acoustic 3030i versus KEF Q350. They're pretty similar. Is the KEF Q350 $500? Because if it's $500, I don't know. I'm glad we have so many options that are affordable. Is the 3030i active or passive? It is passive. You need an amplification fire. Have I heard of the Studio Towers 570, 580, or 590? I have. I haven't heard them. I've heard of them. No, they look awesome. If they're anything like the A130, they're going to be awesome. Ship Modi, good inexpensive Phono Pre. Yep. Just bought a Paradigm monitor. Adams speakers. I love them. Sounds so good. Yeah, SE monitor Adams. I did a review of the white ones. Very well integrated aluminum dome tweeter. Good speaker. Their price kind of moves all over the place though. Hey, John Sweeta. Hi, Randy. Why do you never reply to comments I leave? Used to. I'm replying now, John. Are you talking about on the videos or in here? Because if it's on the videos, I have not been able to spend a whole bunch of time in the comment section of the videos because I've just been doing other stuff like making more videos and then working at my job and then being a dad and a husband and then all the other stuff. Zeal says these headphones will break if you throw them on the floor a few times. Can you test out the hypothesis for us? I'm not going to, man. I like these headphones. There's nothing wrong with them. I think if you throw any headphone on the ground often enough, it's going to break. Ooh. Clay Joe's getting 600 Canadian. Richard, speaking of Canadians, Richard McCoy ordered that NADC 658. Is NAD ever going to send you or Ron some gear to review? Well, funny that you say that. They very sister company sent me I got some Dolly Spectre 2s. Yeah. So maybe. Audio equipment should be affordable and not as expensive as helping replace your grandma's gold dentures. That is true. John Sweeta. Okay, on videos. Doesn't matter. John, I'll get to you, buddy. I promise. I'm sorry. Ooh, Rega RP3. Shut your mouth, Ron. I'm just kidding. Listen to Ron. Ron knows everything about records and days. Is there any way to have two receivers set up and have a switch between them so you can go back and forth between them so you can use both? So, in theory, if you have an external DAC, you could split the RCAs and run it into both receivers and then party all night long with both of them playing. You could do the same thing with an RCA switcher. So you want, like, let's say you have an external DAC, run that DAC into the RCA switcher, and then you have output 1 and output 2. And in that case, you could go back and forth. And you can watch TV and play the stereo at the same time because you like to party. Could do that. But I mean, it depends on what you're trying to do, Mr. Colton. If you are just wanting to run like multiple speakers, you could just run, if it's a 5-channel receiver, just run rear and fronts and then play in all stereo mode. Or you could hook them up to zone 2 or something like that. Oh, party people. What up, T? What's a good integrated amp for bookshelf speakers under $400? Emotiva TA100, $399 is awesome. I love it. NAD has one at $450. That's pretty good. Iota VX, I think if you're in United Kingdom, it's even cheaper, I think. What are the headphones? They are Audio Technica, I think M50 BTs. Bluetooth version of the M50, but you can also run them wired. Do you like banana plugs? Sure do, Mr. Home Theater 101. I like them a lot. I have a whole bunch of them. TA100 or Vista Audio Spark 2 Metal Maniac. One heck of a question. If you need a DAC or a phono preamp or subwoofer outs or any of those things, TA100. If you already have a DAC and just have one or two components, it's hard to beat the Vista Audio Spark on sound quality. That thing is one smooth operator. And when I say smooth, I mean it sounds awesome. Oh, Tom McCarthy bought the Klipsch RB61-2s for home theater and the SMSL 8018. Enjoying them both. Tom, you may want to bump that treble down a bit on the 8018. I know it can run a bit hot on top, and those RB61-2s are a bit hot on top as well. So there's actually there's a EQ setting on the 8018. It's actually pretty good. I think it's the first setting. Have you ever gave Audioslave Like a Stone a play during testing? Yes. Yeah, Shadow of the Sun is one of my favorite songs of all time. It's off the same record. Incredible. Incredible. Yeah. I kind of keep Audioslave separate because I like to listen to them, like, and enjoy it. I don't want to like analyze it too much. Now, all the songs and test tracks I really enjoy and have a good time, but yeah. Actually, Rage Against the Machine is getting back together for their tour, which was postponed from last year to this year. So some lucky people may get to go see all Tom Morello in person. Oh, Polka R100 or Wharfdale 12.2 for music. If it's me, it's the R100. But they're both good. They're both good. But for me, it's the R100. 12.2s hit harder, though. Yamo S809. What do you think? All the Yamos are good. If you're new in a hi-fi, if you're wanting kind of a step up, more refined speaker, maybe not look at the S series. But if you're kind of maybe just getting into it or getting your first set of towers or something, 809s are good, depending on the price. I mean, if they're like at $400, you also might want to look at the Emotiva T0s. Have I listened to the SVS powered SVS Primes? I have not. Anyone seen the AudioQuest review? He broke the banana terminal. No. But I tell you what, one of the viewers sent me these, and like when I put them in the back of the speaker, like it felt like I was going to break something. Hey, Louis Sipes, what up? What up? T100 for 1 month now. Excellent bang for the buck. Looking to Numa even A2. Mm-hmm. That's good. Ooh, we got another El Deuterino, $4.99. Louis, what are you doing? Just drop it in here. Didn't you like Louis just comes in here every Friday or sometime and just drops bombs in here in the form of money. But $25 is going to Homes for Our Troops. Man, month of March is good. It's going to be good for Homes for Our Troops. So is the month of April. We're going to give them a big old check. I'm going to see if I can put their logo on one of the veterans t-shirts too. That'd be cool. I would offer to sell you mine, but you'll have to pry it out of my cold dead hands. Alex Pendragon. Now I know I need a pair of ELAC 5.2s that you reviewed so well. So thanks for that review of the Yamahas. Okay, I'm confused. Do you like AMT tweeters? I do. Emotiva B1 Plus. Emotiva calls it a folding ribbon. Other people call it an AMT. I call it awesome. Either one. Oh, man, you guys are getting some tough questions. Polka R100 or ELAC Unified 2.0 for music. You're splitting hairs here because they are awful similar. The ELAC Unified 2.0 soundstage is a bit better, but they take longer to break in. The Polka R100s, less time to break in, prettier. And they're both wonderful. Both wonderful. And they're both great for music. So you can't go wrong. The ELACs are ugly and take a long time to break in, but boy, do they sound good. Randy, I know you like the ELAC Unify 2.0 speakers. Did you get to hear the matching center? I did not. I did not. Thoughts on that center? Seems like AJ would do a good job with it. I agree. Actually, one time he commented that you get 2 center channels and run those as right and left. He was talking about that. That's a good way to do it. All right, about 5 more minutes, and then I am going to get on a Zoom with some of the A team. It's so hot in here. Oh, I hate the spring and the summer. Hate it. ELACs are ugly. Best DAC under $1,000. JW Celtic. Ooh. I don't have much time. Like, hound stuff, $5. Thank you. $250 going home to our troops. Under 1,000. There's so many options. I think the Gustard X16, I think, should be a contender. I've got the iFi Neo IDSD in right now. It's pretty good. I like it. Also have the Matrix Mini something or other. It's kind of like more of a preamp, but it's a DAC too. There's a lot of options under $1,000. Like all the shit stuff. I don't know if they can. I don't know what it costs to go over to Sweden from shit though. Audiofeelac covered both of them about 2 weeks ago and says the 200s are more than worth the extra $100. Good to know. I talked to the Audiofeelac this morning on the telephone. Have you tested or will test any budget $50 to $99 tube preamps? I need to get some in. Yes, I will. What is the Zoom? The Zoom is for patrons. JW Celtic. Yeah, Gustard X16, iFi Neo IDSD. If you want to get one of a kind, look at the Orchard Audio USB SPDIF DAC. Any experience with the Wharfdale 225s? No. Although a buddy of mine owned the 11.2s and the 225s, and he ended up selling the 225s. Exploring some sub $300 choices. I'm trying to think. ELAC debut B6.2 sometimes go on sale down at $250. I think the RP 500Ms are below $300 right now. Rock City, I have the Polk Reserve 200, but nothing to play them with yet. Laugh out loud. But there's some good-looking bookshelf speakers. Well, get yourself an amp, my brother. What you gonna get? Did he ask you for money? That guy, the Audiophiliac. No, we're chit-chatting. He had. I helped him do something, and he helped me do something. He's a very nice guy. Have you ever heard Audio Engine computer speakers? I haven't. No, I haven't. I've heard great things about them. I think they're well regarded. 3030i or ELAC debut 2.0 6.2. Is that the? I get them mixed up. Is the ELAC debut 2.0 6.2 the B6.2, or is that the debut reference? Ooh, made by Osvaldo. I just got the SSCS vibes. Awesome speaker. Amazon has the RP500M in a package with $200 Sony receiver for $500. Seems like a good deal. That probably is a good deal. It is good, and that receiver actually will go well with that speaker because it's a lush receiver, thick. If I want to look in on Zoom, can I without participating? I have a speech problem. Yes, Louis. Send me an email, cheapaudioman@gmail.com, and then I'll shoot you over the info. When's the review of the DIYs coming out? Soon. I've got to finish these. the CSS Crichtons 1TDX. And then I've got to switch out the crossover on the GR Research. It's soon. It's coming. It's coming. They're both great. That's the review. They're awesome. They're awesome. And they're both awesome in their base configurations. CSS hit harder, bigger base, bigger cabinet. Woofer has more extension or excursion and extension. They're both great. GR Research is refined, nuanced, airy, spacious, good. They're both great. They're both awesome. I was going to go IOTA AVX SA3 and PA3, but I got scared if it had problems and it costs us in a back. Yeah. I get it. All right, everybody. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the super chats tonight. We're gonna have make somebody over at Homes for Our Troops very happy. You're gonna be helping out a veteran. I appreciate that. You're helping out me and the channel, and I appreciate all of you. And I hope you have a good weekend. So listen to something. Listen to something fun. Not the same stuff like I always do. I need to branch out. I need to listen to more stuff. All right. Good night, everybody. You're awesome. I love you all. Love you.